One December afternoon, a cold wind blew into my flower shop. As I was putting the finishing touches on a Christmas wreath, I glanced out the window to see snow starting to fall silently, announcing winter's arrival to our quiet suburban neighborhood in Boston. "Mom, look! Snow!" My daughter Emily came running from the back of the shop. Now 9 years old, she usually does her homework here. Today, unusually, she had a cookbook spread out before her. "Emily, what's that book?" "Oh, I borrowed it from Martha. I'm practicing making lasagna for Grandma's birthday." Grandma, my mother-in-law Patricia's birthday was approaching. I met Michael 10 years ago during the Christmas season. It all started when I did the landscaping for a building he designed. Attracted to his gentle nature, we married a year later. At the time, Patricia wholeheartedly blessed our marriage. "Rachel, I'm so happy to welcome you as my daughter," she said, embracing me warmly, a moment I still remember clearly. When Emily was born, she visited the hospital almost daily. But everything began to change 5 years ago, when her daughter Jennifer had a child. "Jenny's child looks just like me. She's inherited my refined taste," Patricia would say. Patricia owns a high-end boutique. Located in Newton's prime area, she's surrounded by wealthy regular customers. She has many social media followers and is obsessed with showcasing her perfect appearance and lifestyle. Recently, she was bragging about surpassing 30,000 Instagram followers. Her attitude toward our family gradually grew colder. She skipped Emily's sports day to attend Jennifer's child's ballet recital instead. For Christmas presents, Jennifer's child received expensive branded toys while Emily got what seemed like cheap stuffed animals from a supermarket. Birthday celebrations became exclusive affairs at fancy restaurants with only Jennifer's family. Still, Emily remained cheerful and sincere. She loves cooking and often watches children's cooking channels on YouTube. Lately, she's been learning from our neighbor Martha, a retired teacher who truly understands Emily. With her beautiful gray hair, Martha is a trusted community leader in our area. "Hey Mom, do you think Grandma will like it?" Emily asked with a serious expression, her pigtails swaying as she pored over the recipe book. Her profile reminded me of a little chef. "I'm sure it will be a wonderful dinner," I answered, though anxiety spread through my chest. My husband Michael is extremely busy as an architect and indecisive about his mother's issues. He called to say he'd be late again today. Though he comes home looking tired, he must notice his mother's changes but can't bring himself to say anything. Outside, snow was beginning to accumulate, making the Christmas decorations shine brighter. Church bells rang through the quiet afternoon. In the flower shop, amid the scent of poinsettias, I watched Emily's determined profile. Tomorrow should be her special day. My heart wrestled between wanting to believe this and an unshakable anxiety. The next morning, I found Emily already in the kitchen. In the dim winter morning, only the kitchen light glowed warmly. "Good morning, Emily." "Mom." I woke up early. I thought I'd start preparing the lasagna. Her small back in an apron looked so reliable. The ingredients she'd prepared the day before were neatly arranged on the counter. She seemed to have memorized everything: Martha's special meat sauce recipe, the homemade white sauce, and the process of layering the pasta. "Let me help you." Despite Emily's protests, I convinced her to let me assist, and we began preparations together. We minced onions, sautéed fragrant garlic, and soon the kitchen was filled with the aroma of tomatoes and herbs. "Emily, you've gotten so good with the knife." "Yes. Martha taught me. She says the trick is to cut vegetables into equal sizes." The doorbell rang. Martha had arrived. In her hands were homegrown herbs and handmade decorations. "My, you've made such progress." "Emily, that's wonderful." Martha efficiently helped with the table setting. She spread a Christmas-colored tablecloth, arranged candles, and added small origami decorations Emily had made. "Grandma's seat will be here," Emily said, pointing to the head of the table. "It's the special seat." Past noon, the aroma of baking lasagna began to fill the air. Under Martha's guidance, the Caesar salad was finished, and a strawberry-decorated cake was complete. Everything was made by Emily's small hands, filled with love. "Perfect, Emily," Martha declared. "Patricia will surely be moved." "Mom, please read the message card again." Emily handed me a message card carefully written in colorful crayons. "Dear Grandma, I made a special dinner today. It's your favorite lasagna. Made with love, Emily." Emily kept peeking out the window and checking the clock. The snow had stopped, and Christmas illuminations began to twinkle in the twilight streets. "Emily, let's get you changed." Emily changed into her treasured light blue dress and redid her hair neatly. Around her neck was the silver pendant Patricia had given her last Christmas, one of the few heartfelt gifts. The table was set with warm dishes, and candlelight flickered. "Grandma will come, won't she?" I nodded firmly at her anxious voice, but the concern in my heart kept growing. After 5 p.m., Patricia still hadn't appeared. Shadows began to cross Emily's face. Martha quietly took out her smartphone. "Rachel, why don't you call?" With trembling hands, I dialed Patricia's number. After several rings, the call finally connected. "Oh, Rachel." I could hear lively conversation and clinking glasses in the background. "Mother, Emily is waiting." "Oh, that's right. I'm having dinner at a Michelin restaurant with Jenny's child right now. Jean-Georges himself is here, you know." Patricia's voice rang out cheerfully, as if this were perfectly natural. "But you promised." Emily worked so hard. My. Her high-pitched laugh pierced my ear. "I'm not eating children's cooking. If I had that kind of time, I'd rather watch videos of Jenny's child's ballet recital." More glasses clinked in the background. Voices talking. More laughter. Beside me, Emily watched with bated breath. Her small hands gripped the hem of her light blue dress tightly. "Well, I'm busy. Bye now." The call ended. Silence dominated the room. Only the candle flames flickered faintly. "Mom." Emily's voice trembled. "Grandma isn't coming." Large tears rolled down Emily's cheeks. The silver pendant coldly reflected those tears. "Emily." Pushing away my arms as I tried to embrace her, Emily ran out of the dining room. The sound of feet running up the stairs. Then the loud slam of a bedroom door. Martha silently placed her hand on my shoulder. That night, unable to sleep, I sat on the living room sofa. The fireplace flames flickered quietly, and outside the window, snow had started falling again. The light in Emily's room upstairs was still on. I kept replaying the recording Martha had sent me. Patricia's cold laughter. Words mocking a child's cooking. The clinking of glasses. It was all too cruel. Late at night, when Michael returned from work and heard what had happened, he remained silent for a long time. "Mother has changed," he said, his voice tired. My husband, usually dashing in his suit, now hunched his shoulders and hung his head. "Michael, we can't stay silent anymore." Early morning. Before anyone else was awake, I sat at my computer. My hands were shaking, but I no longer had any doubts. First, I posted to the Newton Community Facebook group, sharing the whole story and the conversation Martha had recorded. "I want to tell you what a 9-year-old girl experienced today." Next, I left a comment on Patricia's proud Instagram account. "Your posts about perfect family happiness are all lies." Martha shared the truth in the church community chat group as well. Patricia's other face, so different from the one who acted kindly toward children at Sunday service, was spreading quietly but surely. At breakfast, Emily barely spoke. All I could do was smile gently beside her. I didn't yet have the courage to tell her what was about to happen. That afternoon, the first changes appeared at Patricia's boutique. One regular customer canceled her reservation for a luxury brand bag. "I don't want to shop from someone who hurts children." Patricia's Instagram followers decreased by more than 1,000, and harsh comments began filling her post sections. In the church community, people began avoiding Patricia. The Sunday school teachers politely declined her participation in church activities, citing concerns for the children's safety. The next day, Jennifer visited my shop. Usually pristine in her business suit, today she appeared without makeup. "Rachel." I heard the recording. Her voice trembled. "Mother, when did she change so much? Spoiling my child while hurting Emily. I should have noticed. But maybe I was intoxicated by having mother's affection all to myself." She sighed deeply. "I called mother last night. At first, she denied everything and lashed out. Just then, the shop door opened, and Patricia entered. Her usually perfect makeup and hair were disheveled, and she clutched her luxury brand bag desperately. "Rachel, you've ruined my life." Her scream echoed through the shop. I answered quietly but firmly. "The wound you've inflicted on Emily's life will never disappear." "What are you saying? I'm a perfect grandmother." On social media, everyone. Jennifer stood up and confronted Patricia. "Mother, face reality. You've changed. Jenny, even you." Patricia's voice trembled. Just then, we heard footsteps coming down the stairs. It was Emily. Having just returned from school, she looked at Patricia and slowly approached. The pendant was no longer around her neck. "Grandma." Emily's voice was surprisingly calm. "My cooking might not be very good, but I just wanted you to eat it." The color drained from Patricia's face. Her true face beneath the makeup grew increasingly pale. I. She started to say something but turned on her heel and left the shop. The sound of desperate running in high heels faded into the cold winter street. That evening, Patricia's boutique closed early. Her social media accounts were made private, and word came that she had left the church groups. That night, Michael finally spoke. Mother called. She said, "Everything was my mistake." Outside the window, heavy snow continued to fall silently. Wrapped in the warmth of the fireplace, Emily showed a peaceful sleeping face for the first time in a while. This isn't the end. Perhaps it's just the beginning. A week has passed. Boston is completely immersed in the Christmas mood. My flower shop has a steady stream of customers looking for poinsettias. But Patricia's boutique in the neighboring town remained shuttered. Patricia Bennett's charity work all for show. A local newspaper reporter revealed shocking facts. Of the donations Patricia made to orphanages each year, more than half were actually tax evasion schemes. The more we investigate the records, the more shocking facts emerge, the reporter told me quietly. There's evidence she posted wealthy clients' personal information on social media without permission. At an emergency church community meeting at Martha's house, she shared new facts with a deep sigh. The Christmas event toys Patricia donated 5 years ago, most were apparently clearance items from her boutique. Come to think of it, someone spoke up. Last year's fashion show at the senior center, all the clothes were her shop's unsold items. As more truths came to light, Patricia's facade crumbled like a castle made of sand. The situation is serious, Jennifer said when she visited my flower shop, maintaining her composure as a lawyer. Unauthorized use of customer information could become a major legal issue. Mother will lose everything. Looking at the snowy scene outside the window, she continued. The boutique is closed. She'll lose most of her assets to the tax investigation. And just then, the shop door opened and Michael entered. Instead of his usual suit, he wore casual clothes. Despite his tired expression, there was some relief visible. Mother has decided to enter a senior living facility. We held our breath. It was her own choice, Michael explained, sinking deep into a chair. She says she can't return to her previous life. That night, we had to tell Emily the truth. Grandma is going far away. Her eyes welled up. Yes. But this is the path Grandma chose herself. I answered while embracing my daughter. A few days later, I went to help organize Patricia's belongings at her house. The closets once filled with luxury brand items were now empty. On the shelves in the reception room were the numerous photo frames she had proudly posted on social media. Among them, I found an old photograph. From when Emily was just born. Patricia holding the newborn tenderly. A smile of pure joy radiates from the photo. Back then, I knew what true happiness was. I turned to find Patricia standing there. No luxury brand clothes, no perfect makeup. Just a tired old woman. Why did it come to this? Her voice trembled. As my social media followers increased, I lost sight of myself. I became obsessed with portraying a perfect image. Outside the window, Christmas carols could be heard. Hymns from the church echoed in the quiet dusk. That day, Emily's cooking. Large tears fell from Patricia's eyes. I trampled on that child's love. Michael took out his father's keepsake watch and quietly placed it on the table. Mother, please keep this. Look at it sometimes at the facility. Patricia took the watch with trembling hands. I suppose I no longer have the right to make amends. No one could answer those words. The next day, Patricia entered the senior living facility. A small facility on the outskirts of town. From the windows, Newton's cityscape where she once reigned could be seen small and distant. This is the ending I chose. Patricia murmured sadly as the sun set behind her. No trace remained of the once proud woman. That night, Emily asked me in a small voice. Mom, can I go visit Grandma? Why? Because. Emily answered while looking up at the starry sky outside the window. I think Grandma must be lonely. Her innocent words brought tears to my eyes. But it wasn't time yet. Deeply wounded hearts need sufficient time to heal. Outside, Christmas snow continued to fall silently. Gently yet unforgivingly, covering everything in white. A year has passed. Boston is once again dressed in winter attire. This year too, Christmas flowers add color to my flower shop. The sweet scent of poinsettias mingles with the aroma of freshly baked bread from our new bakery corner. Mom, the new bread is ready. Emily proudly presented the bread. This year, she started a children's baking class to utilize her cooking talent. With Martha's encouragement, we renovated a corner of my flower shop to create a small kitchen space. These cinnamon rolls look delicious. On weekends, neighborhood children gather. Emily teaches them gently as their cooking instructor. Her serious expression while kneading dough makes her look like a little pastry chef. Emily has really become a wonderful teacher. Martha watches happily. She continues to be Emily's understanding mentor. Last month, Emily won first place in the regional children's cooking competition. The theme was gratitude to family. She made that day's lasagna. When the judges asked, "Why did you choose lasagna?" Emily answered, "This lasagna contains precious memories. Sometimes sad memories make us stronger too." The awards ceremony photo still hangs in the shop. Emily beaming with her trophy, Michael smiling proudly beside her, a picture symbolizing the beginning of our family's new chapter. Jennifer has changed greatly too. Following the incident with her mother, she began working as a lawyer specializing in children's rights protection. Sometimes she brings her children to Emily's baking class, and they chat like sisters. When cooking with Emily, the children's eyes sparkle, Jennifer often says. I've learned the foolishness of seeking superficial perfection like our mother once did. And Patricia? Her life at the senior facility continues quietly. Gone are her proud attitude and social media obsession, now just a lonely old woman passing her days. Sometimes we see her sitting by the facility's window. They say she always keeps Michael's father's keepsake watch nearby. The ticking of the clock reminds her of lost time. A facility staff member told us. Especially at dusk, she gazes out the window for long periods. Recently, Emily wrote a letter. Dear Grandma, I've become a cooking teacher. I'm teaching children the importance of cooking with love. Someday, I hope I can make lasagna again. Love, Emily. I haven't mailed that letter yet. Perhaps Emily's heart needs a little more time to heal completely. But I can sense something definitely growing within her. The process of healing a wounded heart is like baking bread. Just as dough needs time to rise slowly and heat to develop deeper flavors, Emily seems to be learning this truth from her own experience. At this year's church Christmas event, the children from Emily's baking class will sell homemade sweets again. All proceeds will be donated to local children's support organizations. "Hey Mom," Emily said while decorating the Christmas tree. "You know, in the future, I want to have a shop with a big kitchen where everyone can gather." Outside, snow is falling quietly again this year. But unlike last year, this snow seemed to symbolize a new beginning. Yes, Emily. That dream will surely come true. I remember Martha's words. True happiness can't be measured by perfect appearances or numbers. It lies in having a heart that can work hard for someone else's sake. Our new story has just begun. Like how each snowflake is different, no life story is the same. Only genuine love can gently embrace everything. Mom, the snow, it's beautiful. As I watched Emily's profile, I nodded softly. In her smile, I thought I could see a bright future. It was the beginning of a new story, woven by the bonds of a true family.